Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hello everybody, an agent in the field. Just wanted me to read this for you guys, for anybody interested. It was 3 military videos in a row. For anyone thinking about going into the military, I want to share his experience. Good morning and afternoon, Mr. Cleary. First off, congratulations on moving, Aaron. Now let's get started. I am aware that you generally recommend that young people should join the military. I have recently sworn in the Navy after a long delay. With that being said, I want to make a public service announcement for people interested in any branch. This is meant what people should not do prior to joining, let alone if they should join in the first place. 1, do not get tattoos. Well, how? So what, is Gen X just going to be all the military men and women? I mean, because all the millennials got tattoos. I'm kidding. But not really. Do not get tattoos. It will delay the process and you could be disqualified. 2, don't do drugs. You will get tested at the processing station. 3, if you have a felony on your record, then it is next to impossible to join any branch since you can't obtain a waiver for most charges, including sexual assault, domestic abuse, fraud, and robbery. 4, if you are not okay with the possibility of going to war, then you shouldn't join. That was my favorite, and this I think was the first Iraq war, where there were moms who were actually complaining that kids were getting deployed to the first Iraq war. They didn't sign up for this. Like, yeah, they kind of did. 5, if you are comfortable being away from home, then you definitely shouldn't join any branch, especially not the Navy. No hard feelings. This applies to more to people who want to enlist straight out of high school. You should get accustomed to being away from home. If 4 and 5 are an issue for you, then you will only end up wasting everyone's time. 6, you should stay in physical shape prior to shipping out to boot camp. There are a minimum amount of sit-ups, push-ups, and a 1.5-mile run times that are based on the branch and your age. 1.5 miles? That's it? If you are interested in becoming an officer, then you should do your research on colleges that offer the Reserve Officer Training Program, Reserve Officer Training Corps Program, ROTC, not ROTC. ROTC, not ROTC. I call it ROTC. 8, regardless of which branch you want to join and which job you want, you have to do your research. 9, if you are in your 30s and are interested in joining, then I am warning you that you are cutting it close. This process can be very slow, especially if you're not a U.S. citizen. 10, you could join if you want order and discipline, but don't fall back on the military for stuff like that. You need to be willing to put in the work yourself. Otherwise, you could risk relapsing after leaving the military. I know a couple of people like that. Although they were so sick and tired of having like super clean barracks, they purposely made their places dirty because they enjoyed that. I'm aware that this is rather lengthy, but it's important for people to know. This is more to weed out people to want to join but aren't really taking things into consideration. Clearly, you can feel free to add your take as well. On a side note, do you consider going active duty to be leaving your home? If that's the case, then I can cross that off my to-do list for life. Well, yeah, I don't think the military is going to let you stay at home. They're going to rather insist that you go to basic training. You can't telecommute basic training. They'll give it a decade soon. They'll be, well, you know, you went through this thing online, and so now you're a soldier. Yay! I hear horror stories. Oh, I hear horror stories. I'm just like, really? I mean, I remember when I was younger, like, one of the main reasons I didn't join is my stepdad, who was in the military. I won't mention what, but he was in it for a long. He put in his 20 and then some. He scared the piss out of me. It was like, oh, you get to rag, or do you take that stuff? And I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm not. What, run 10 miles with how much? I'm like, I don't even weigh that much. How am I supposed to carry more than I weigh 10 miles? Now it sounds like it's just, no offense to the military, it sounds like a fucking pussy fest. But you got millennials who can't throw a grenade far enough, and they had to cancel the grenade throwing exercise. All right, there you go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.